Indeed, sir, I request you to stay on with us. We're tracking some other really important developments from the Middle East. Now, we're learning that Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai has stated that Iran has no plans to hold talks on nuclear issues with France, Britain and Germany following their move to trigger the snapback mechanism to reimpose UN sanctions. He's in fact stated that Iran would decide on diplomacy whenever the government feels it can be fruitful, stressing that any negotiations must serve the country's national interests first. Now remember, the E3 powers, the European trio, in coordination with Washington, invoked the snapback mechanism in August after the UN Security Council failed to extend sanctions relief in September. Remember, Russia and China were in fact looking at giving Iran a 6-month period in order to ensure that talks continue to take place. However, that bid failed.
ما از هر ابزاری که لازم باشه از ابزارهای دیپلماتیک برای اثبات حقانیت جمهوری اسلامی ایران و برای اینکه جامعه بین‌المللی رو مجاب بکنیم از پذیرش آثار و تبعات مترتب بر این اقدام غیرقانونی خودداری بکنند پرهیز نمی‌کنیم. در این مرحله ما متمرکز هستیم بر بررسی آثار و تبعات ناشی از اقدام سه کشور اروپایی و آمریکا. البته طبیعی است که دیپلماسی به مفهوم تداوم تماس‌ها و رایزنی‌ها ادامه داشته باشه.
Still with us on the broadcast is Mr. Ali Mohammad Abushbak. Now, this is a very important statement. It's come after Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi had stated that the Cairo agreement is no longer valid, considering the fact that snapback sanctions are now in place. This agreement is basically outlining what the IAEA can monitor in Iran or not. What are the implications now that Iran has made it very clear that it will not be considering this agreement and the framework around IAEA's monitoring of the nuclear sites?
So the thing says any negotiation with Western, it would be like absurdity negotiation with Europe, because during the Israelis' attack in Iran and backed by America, that it was Iran negotiating with America with regard to their nuclear weapon and about their ability with regard this also missile. But what happened on the ground, that the table turned upside down against Iran, and there is no one support, despite Iran was committed to its term in the agreement with the G7, if you remember. So the thing says has a no guarantee if they are going to negotiate or no. Iran reached to the acknowledge that there is nothing will save them if they will be a peaceful nuclear program, or it will be defensive nuclear program. Nothing will help them, and there is a no guarantee to stop the Israelis' attack or American attack. And especially during the war with Iran, if you remember, the Western country was also supporting the Israelis' attack or silent with the Israelis' attack. So it's meaningless to be joining with them again. And nowadays, Iran looking for looking for any guarantee to save their security. And we have witnessed that last time, the 11 days war with Israel and Iran, that couldn't hold. And despite that, there is a several of things on the ground happened. Also, the investigator for nuclear weapon, they are confirming that it's Iran nuclear weapon. It's a peaceful program. So the things nowadays, Iran I guess reached to that there is a no guarantee, there is a no trust with this community, with Western community and America and Israel. So I guess nowadays Iran is going to enhance its ability for coming times, and it's going to not negotiate up to reach to that 0 point. I mean, to reach to the end. That's what I do believe. And even their alliance with Russia or with also China couldn't save them or couldn't help them. So the thing is nowadays it's about the double standard. We are talking about this term and about how Iran was in deep suffering and the civilians suffered from the Israelis attack without any outcome, without any obtain for both sides. What happened? They consider that the Israel consider that it's destroyed the ability of nuclear ability for Iran, but on the ground there is no confirmation about it. So I guess that war it was a zero-sum game, and without any obtain for both of sides, we see what will happen. And also, I guess nowadays, as I mentioned, Iran is not going to trust again and I mean sacrifice itself for negotiating and for talk and diplomatic term, and we'll see what will happen and these things. So yeah, I guess Iran took a hard lesson from the last wave, last escalation of violence during the 11-day wars.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking our time sharing your perspective with us.